Viewers, welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. That's a 2007 Chevrolet. It's 1500. It's got the big 5.3, the money lights on. The guy told me that he's having problems with the cooling fans, or at least that's the code it's showing. And I think I've had past experiences with these Chevrolets, and they tend to rot out the harness on the bottom of the cooling fan relays, if I remember right, because I think you have to pull the whole top off the fuse box. Just kind of going off memory, but it kind of sticks with me that mice like to get in there. You know, obviously in this style fuse box in these GMs, for whatever reason, they love building little nests there. And like I say, I've had problems with these trucks, I think, in the past with those relays kind of crowing off there. However, let's not jump to any conclusions. Let's see if what he says is correct. I let her do a full scan. So we've got an evap vent solenoid circuit, classic. Failed. Mill requested. That's interesting. These aren't requesting the mill, but yes, he does have cooling fan control circuit codes. Airbag, instrument cluster. So that's interesting. Okay. I always like to pop in OBD2 a little CYA. I call it cover your tiny. Because see here we have 3 incomplete monitors, so this thing could have a host of other codes, you know, because I doubt the evap's done or catalyst. Let's see here. Just this way here we've got documentation. Yeah, so catalyst is incomplete, evap's incomplete, O2 is incomplete. So he could have, you know, your classic 420, 430 codes, you know, other evap leak codes, O2 codes. So anyhow, this just gives us some documentation, so when the vehicle comes back with other lights on. So yes, current, so 3 current codes. I think he was mostly concerned about these 2. This is probably just a bad vent valve, but let's focus on our fans for right now. We'll get back into OEM data, get a diagram, see what the deal is. So before we get too excited, I'm just going to go to some bidirectional tests here. Just turn the relays on. It's got looks like a classic 3 relay system. This turns on 1, 2, and 3. Don't hear anything clicking. Let that truck go by here. I just want to do it again. Yeah. We got nothing, folks. I do see, though, I don't know if you guys could see or not in that angle, but the command looked like it was being received. So fan control relay 1, 2, and 3 all said on when I turned them on, just like that. So that's something worthy to note. At this point, there's no sense going any further until we get a diagram. We know what fuses to check and how the system works. And then we'll go right for the gusto. You know, the insulation off back here is probably not too far-fetched to think about mice. Got us a diagram here that has the relays on it. So it looks like we have 3 fuses: cool fan, and cool fan. So we got to find the cool fan fuses. Looks like it's 2 40s and a 10. And I'll see if they're up here where we can get to them, or if memory serves me right, everything's under this box. But let me do some poking here and see. Yeah, see, they're in this little winger off to the side. Cool fan, cool fan, cool fan. 2 40s and a 10 and 3 relays. However, it's underneath that. So let's get a 13 mil, get this little brace out of the way. There, now we can see what we came to see. Any mice? Does it smell like mice? There's a lot of dirt and junk down here, but I don't see piles of insulation, which is good. So let's find us a good ground. Right here on this support right here. Click on with that. We've got light. Oh, well, you found light here. Well, that's escalated quickly. The fuse is gone. it's corroded off, and this is nothing but a big pile of blue pus. Let's have a gander of these. These bigger 40 amp fuses, they look good. Looking at them from the top here, see if we have any power coming up to them. That's unusual. We have no power. That stud has no power on it. That's quite interesting here, folks. I would assume that one half of these would have power because they are supposed to be hot at all times. So that's kind of weird that neither side of those has power on it. Let's see where that power source comes from. I mean, obviously this 10 amper being gone is an issue, but I wonder why these 40 amperes here have nothing. This whole thing, wonder how that whole thing comes out. But let me backtrack this power feed a little bit here. It says, according to the diagram, there's a black wire. Supposedly it feeds it right directly from the battery. We gotta get this connector here out. Oh boy. Holy smokes. This ain't good. This is really bad. It doesn't have any power because there's no bus bar left. That's angry looking. Yeah, we have power there, but okay, we have power there. Yeah, this thing's nothing but pus. This bus bar is corroded right in half. Somewhere through this area. Still has power there, but start disappearing there pretty quick, fella. This is a waste of time here, folks. I don't see any mice here. Pull this right up here where we can get to it. Look at that. That's a mess. This wire's broke. There's a random. I want to start touching stuff, but this wire here is busted. Is that the other half of that fuse? No, that's part of a relay. Wherever that fuse went, the fuse went over there. That's nothing but pus. Boy, that's some stuff. I suppose what we can do, so here's our fuse. So that's all that was left of our fuse. We can go to Wilbert's You Pull a Bath. They don't sponsor us. We can cross our fingers. We can knock on something. We can get good vibes and hopefully find one of these. I don't know. I don't know how many years this thing fits, but I say we go look for this baby. Not a lot of wires. But the problem is, in our climate, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to find what we need or not. Let's go have a little look-see, because if not, we're going to have to come up with plan B. See you later, lady.
Yeah.
Gonna go out and do some sick things in the Jeep.
Good luck. Don't get stuck.
I won't get stuck. You see me with the Tundra this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, right?
I was like, oh man, don't get stuck.
Oh, I ain't walking. I'll blow that freaking engine right out of the hood before we walk.
You have to go borrow a farmer's tractor.
No, we got out.
Yeah.
We got out.
Yeah,
We don't play.
yeah.
We don't
Go
play.
ahead, go ahead.
All right, see ya. Yeah, me and Mrs. almost got stuck this week. Almost. But I showed her, roll that window up. I showed her what rev limiters are for. I was a little nervous. We was a long ways back in the bush, as they say. And we were buried. However, the Tundra came through. Put the pedal right to the plastic. No mercy, reversey. Should have had the camera going. You guys would have loved it. And here we are, folks. We will walk down the long row of Chevrolets. I think they have 3 of them. And I think it should be easy to identify because it should be just the box that has the extra donger on it. Boom, this one's got, well, we jiggered the first one. I guess the only thing is, though, we could be could be in the same shape we're in at the shop. As far as the rust in the crust, we don't know. Let me sit you down, folks. I didn't bring my tripod. I always feel like a ding dong when I walk in. Like, oh, what do you got the camera for? Then you gotta explain to them whatnot. There, that's off there. Set that to the side. Unhook that. Push on that. Give that a flick. Up she comes. Oh, baby. I don't think it's as bad. It ain't great. It ain't great, but it ain't bad. Heck of a lot better than where we're at. So what we'll do, I think we'll keep on searching. We will. It's really not terrible. Let me pull out some relays here. It might be worse than I think, though. Yeah, this one's pretty crappy too. Crapola. This one's crappy. And ours is crappy. I bet the other ones are going to be crappy. Negative Ghost Rider. Oh, there's a mouse under here. Woo! The Holy Grail. Hallelujah. Look at that thing. It must be from Florida. Hey, look at this thing. Clean as a whistle. Good deal. So I just chopped it off. 1, 2, 3, and then 6, 7, 8. 8 wires. We're gonna do the old spliceroo, because that's gonna be the easiest thing to do. And then we'll douche that with some fluid film and send the fella on his way. All right, folks, success. I paid in full. $1.85. That cost us $1.85. We'll mark it up 7,000% ish. No, $1.85. How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong at Wilbert's You Pulling a Bath? You can't, folks. You can't. I freaking love this place. The only thing that sucks is though they clean out all the cars, so it kind of takes the fun out of it a little bit. Like they take out all the loose change, drug paraphernalia, books, you know, the things that people have in their car when they crash or when they donate them. So that's kind of, I always kind of like treasure hunting, but there's no more treasure hunting other than the part you're looking for. Should be ashamed of myself, folks. Walked out of my house today with no knife. We're gonna take, whoa, 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 whoa. A lot going on right there. Hold on, fella, stop. There, we're gonna unhook the battery because we need to chop it off. And we know what codes were in it, so not a big deal. I don't know if I'm gonna bore you with this entire process. The boring bits. We're gonna take, I'll show you some of it, but it's all gonna be kind of the same. In the sense that we're just going to be cutting, soldering, and heat shrinking the wires over here. I'm going to get the good one here opened up, and then we'll open up this one. We'll splice it with about the same amount of wires so we can kind of run it in the same direction, and we'll just click it back over here where it was. We'll blow all this junk out, or at least vacuum it out perhaps, and get rid of some of this. A lot of corrosion around here. And I'm assuming it's all just coming from the bottom of the box. I don't know who they miss more, if it's the dogs or you. Now I lost my razor blade. Can you believe I walked out of the house today with no knife? Kind of like going to the store yesterday with no wallet. What an idiot.
At least your fly was up.
Yeah. Is that an older person problem? I tell you folks, I'm going to be pretty transparent here. I'm having this issue. My freaking fly is down. So I did that video a while back. You guys didn't get to see it on the 71 Dodge pickup, putting the upper control arm bushings
Why
in it.
didn't they get to see it?
Because my fly was down the entire video.
It's not like everything was hanging out.
It pretty much almost was.
No.
Anyhow, I didn't show it because it was embarrassing. And it was a great video too. It had a lot of fun in it. And I didn't end up showing it. Threw away the footage, so don't ask for it. Don't have it no more. But anyhow, I don't know if that's something that happens to guys when they get older. Just all of a sudden their flies are always open. I don't know how this happened. But it is how I've discovered that I was missing my wallet yesterday at the grocery store.
You were checking your fly?
I was checking my fly because I'm checking all the time. Because like 3 times now I've been like, all of a sudden, there it is. My ding dong's getting drafty, and I'm like, how did I leave my fly open? I've never had this problem. 42 years old, all of a sudden, 42nd birthday, ding dong's hanging out all the time. I'm like, what happened? What part of my process do I skip now? Apparently the putting the knife in the pocket part.
That too. You got your wallet today?
I do.
And your fly's up, so
We're doing good.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's right. Anyways, your nails.
Yeah, they're like all bending over.
On your little license plate deal?
Oh, yes. You got a trick for me?
Well, I got all kinds of tricks.
To keep my nails from bending
Oh,
over?
that. Mrs. O was putting up license plates. She went through all of our license plate collection yesterday. And she sorted everything out. Do you know what?
Like 200 and, oh, that's probably more than that. It's probably like about 300 license plates. We still don't have all 50 states.
How many lacking?
18. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting busted. So I decided to go with your classic crimp and seal connector. Makes a good mechanical connection, heat shrinks it, and oozes out the glue. I have no reason not to. So pretty standard stuff. You guys have seen me do this a lot, you know, in wire repairs. However, I am down to the situation. Got a little bit of a situation over here. And that situation is we got 2 wires that are the same color. So we have 2 of these dark blue wires that are the same gauge wire, and they both go to one part of a relay. So I decided I better pull up a diagram to see if they're different, and they're not. So both of them go to what appears to be pin 86. So I think that's got to be that's a control side for relay 2 and 3. And they splice together here down the line. So somewhere's down the line here, splice 166, they come together. So we can hook them to either one of these. It doesn't matter. And that's all I wanted to look up to be sure. Was that there? So I would have showed you more of this process. However, I had a fella come in on us, coming in the back door, and he's a chatterbox. And he's just now leaving. Because I had to politely ask him to leave. Polite. We always ask politely. The first time. Let's see here. So we'll get that in there, get her all lined up. Crimp it till your knuckles crack. And we'll do the same on this one. Old, not old, newer exit sign covering up the battery. Give us a little spot to work here and not blow flames directly onto it. Stick that one on there. And we'll crimp that up here like so. Set that down there. Take a torch. Now if you want to do a really nice job, you would offset all of these splices so they're not all stacked on top of each other when you tape it up. When I looked underneath the truck, I'm near certain it doesn't have probably a year left in it. So I'm not super concerned with how my repair looks as long as it functions well, which it will. So I'm going to let these cool down, and then we're going to put it back in the harness. We're going to tape it back up, swing it back around. Of course, all this is going to be underneath the box here where nobody can see it, right? Or close to it. It doesn't really matter in this sense. It's not a lot of wire, so it's not going to be that thick. And then we're going to spray the heck out of this with the fluid film. We'll take these relays out one at a time. We'll spritz them down, try to keep this from happening so you can get the rest of the life out of this thing. And then, like I say, we'll get the blow nozzle and we'll blast all this junk out of here. Wow, just coming out and give you guys a closer look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just in case nobody seen it there from the distance, but that's what we were dealing with. What a mess, huh? Probably ought to play it smart, and before we get super deep into taping it up and taking care of everything, we should turn the key on after we reconnect the battery. Make sure it works. What's up, Mrs. O?
Just wondering what you want to eat.
Eat the lunch? Oh.
Are you gonna eat if I warm it up now? Will you eat now, or do you want to wait a little bit?
I'm good. I can eat whenever.
Okay.
Whenever's convenient for you.
It'll be ready in 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Oh, you want me to eat in 2 minutes, huh?
That's why I was asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll be good. We've got less than a minute to go before lunch is ready. Let's go back into our scan tool. We'll see if it's still... There we are. We'll go back into the fan relays here. Now, technically, we should hear some clicking and stuff. That's fan relays 1, 2, and 3. Let's do 2 and 3. And then we'll just do relay 1 by itself. And there she is, low speed, high speed on one, high speed on both. I think we got it, fellas. What'd you make me?
Oh, wow. Hello.
Salad with barbecue chicken, smoked at home
By you.
with apple wood.
Oh, it's applewood this
Yeah, it was apple. It was right from the apple tree. I cut it down. Not a real strong smoke though.
No, it wasn't strong.
It's pretty yummy.
It's still good, yeah.
I mean, it smells smoky in here, but it's not like a mesquite or a hickory or a maple that we would use.
It's good though.
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh gosh dang it! Just smelled my coffee. Oh man, I'm always in a food coma after lunch. Oh, I'm so tired. That's all right. We gotta get back at it here. We'll get things turned on. I think we left off having taped this up. Now I think prior to flipping it over, we're gonna get a little fluid film, spritz her up, get all this stuff gooed up with a little peanut butter. So we're gonna use some Grote Ultra Seal. First name in the vehicle safety system that says corrosion preventative sealant. I call it peanut butter. I always thought it looked like peanut butter. Of course, it's really not that dark. Don't eat it. I'm just going to take and use a acid brush here, and we'll smush some down inside of the cavities. I think only minutes ago I said we were going to use fluid film, and here we are with something else. Either way, we just want to get some electrical grease in here. We want to keep this from getting all corroded and crusty. This stuff works pretty good, in my opinion. We use a lot of it on, you know, light bulbs and trailer plugs and stuff like that. It's quite a heavy grease, although it does kind of ooze out or get oozy when it gets hot. I use it on my winch connectors on my Jeep, and sometimes there'll be a little puddle of the stuff in the back of the Jeep where the winch is. Oozes out of the connectors there in the summer heat, but works pretty good. I use it on my snowplow connector on the front of the Tundra and all kinds of stuff. Works really well. Okay, we've got a little extra wire than what we initially had. So we're going to take and get this clicked in first. So it clicks in there. Then we had this connector that went in there. And then there's lots of room for the extra wire. So we just kind of loop it down in the fuse box here. Now you can't really see what I'm doing, but essentially there's a lot of room in the bottom of this fuse box. So we can kind of loop that in there, get them clicked back in, get that one clicked back in, and that's that. Not much else to see here, folks. We'll get the big cover here, cover up all of our wiring and stuff. I think this will be okay now. This just clicks over top of this. Down there. I think I might have missed it in the back though. Let me double check that back here just to be sure. Nope, it's 100%, folks. That's clicked on, everything's good there. It's kind of this is kind of useless. It doesn't only give you access to only but one relay and two of the fuses. Other than that, this whole thing has to come off. Kind of like it might have been an afterthought for GM here. If you can imagine that. It seems like they would have made it more convenient to get to. I guess if all else fails, and if you're in a state where they don't have state inspections and you don't want to fix that, just go to the junkyard and get a fan shroud and a mechanical fan. They still use the same water pump stuff. It's still threaded. That's what they used for years. And then I don't know when they started doing this cooling fan relay system, because this is an 07, so this is the year that GM switched. So this is what they call an 07 Chevy Classic. Had to be right around this time. They came out with this body style in, what, 2004? The slanted headlight one there, 04 to 07. So, okay, let's tighten them up. Well, that's that, folks. All fixed. Piece of cake. Thankfully, we got the Wilbur 2-pole to bath close by to our shop. And fortunately, they had a Chevrolet there that wasn't completely rotted out in the fuse box area, which was great. And able to save this guy, a ton of money. Particularly you get a, truck like this all rotted out, it's be prohibitive to, buy that part from the dealer, buy the whole harness, whatever. You could always just wire in 3 separate relays with the wires that are there, which that was my plan B. This obviously was the best way to go about that, or the best fix, I guess. In my opinion, the easiest. So that's that. Now we'll see about the canister vent valve circuit code, which is probably just a bad vent valve, pretty common, probably tons of videos on those. I think we've done several too, so I won't bore you with that. What I will, don't have a transition, comment section, questions, comments, concerns, put them all down there. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.